Hey, welcome to GlitchCast. I'm your host, Presto,
I'm KJ.
and today we're joined by a special guest. No one asked.
Hi. Hello.
Literally nobody asked. Why are you here? I don't
You
understand.
know what? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No, come
No
back.
way. Come back.
We're five
We
seconds
need
into
you.
recording.
We need you to talk about Digital Circus 3 and 4 with us. Come on.
Oh yeah,
That's why we're
yeah,
here.
I forgot. I forgot. I'm here because I watched them literally yesterday. Let's go.
For the first time, right?
Woo. First
For the
time,
first
yeah.
time. So we have a fresh eyes on Digital Circus.
Absolutely awesome. And I watched episode 2 2 days ago, so that was lovely.
Yeah, we got fresh people and people who haven't. I've watched the episode like 4 times, and
Of
for
course
both
you
of them.
have. You know
So
what? You know what? Digital Circus is to you like Murder Drones is to Jack, okay?
no, I've seen Murder Drones way more.
Oh, never mind.
I've seen.
But shall we get into it by starting some? Well, I guess we should. We kind of already introduced you. This is No One Asked, also known as No One. Uh, she's very cool, and she's guesting this episode because we decided, and
Oh,
we need an
shut.
excuse to get her to watch TADC.
Oh, we should also probably explain that where Jack is, he's gone.
Yeah, he's working. He's a nerd. Slurp. Okay,
Slurp.
let's start with our. I was drinking water.
Oh, I thought you could hear me
Start with
slurping.
favorite moments for episode 3. What's your favorite moment of episode 3, Noah?
We're jumping straight in. It's like,
Oh, okay. I don't know. I really liked Kinger and Pomni. Like, they were bonding, and I love that. Like, I love Kinger. I'm sorry. I love Kinger. I like him and Pomni bonding, and he was like, comforting her because she was like gonna have a freaking panic attack again.
yeah, poor
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, his lines in that scene are some of my favorite lines in just all of fiction. Like your the you're very strong Pomni, like always hits me. And then the best line is you should never make somebody feel like they're not wanted or loved. Like
The worst thing you can do in this world.
that's what it is. The worst thing this you can do in this world is make someone think that they're not wanted or loved. So
Yeah, it's a
good.
very, very therapeutic scene in general.
Yeah.
And yeah, we love Lucid Kinger.
It's like the most
love
heartwarming moment in the entire series, and it happens in literal hell.
I love that.
I mean, that is where they happen.
I mean,
my
yeah, go ahead.
what? Oh, I was just gonna go into my favorite moment, but we can continue with just straight up
No,
episode
I was
3,
gonna make a dumb
which
joke. You can go ahead.
oh, well, my favorite moment from episode 3, which is the Mystery of Mildenhall Manor, which is the horror episode, was the scene with Martha, because I just thought it was really funny to have the contrast between like being dragged into literal hell, very spooky, and then we just go to the not spooky adventure, and you just get, oh, thanks for the tea, and I love Martha very much.
Yeah, I feel that plot line is her scene is good, but like that plot line is so unexplored whatsoever that I feel like we
Yeah,
have to go back to what Jackson Ragatha were like. Ragatha literally,
yeah,
it's probably something that'll be revealed in the next episode that she like got really angry or something.
yeah. It's like implied. Now he's tied up. What happened?
Yeah. So that intrigues me, and I wish that we got a little bit more there. But that one scene is pretty good. My
Yeah.
favorite moment that I had was the Kinger one because it's just the best. But I have a runner-up, of course, which is Kane when Zubal's talking to him, then he realizes like, but this is what I was made to do, and if I'm bad at the only thing that I'm good at, then what's the point of me existing? And having that like psychological breakdown with his eyes like moving in and out, and then the animation of the background literally glitching is so cool. I love it so much.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Kane is my
spooky.
favorite character.
Of course. You know what? I'm not surprised Kane is your favorite character. Like, it's been common knowledge for like a long time now, but it just makes sense that Kane would be your
Hey,
favorite.
Zubul, look at this cool bee I drew.
Me for real.
Peak comedy. Yeah, no, literally you for real. Hey, Presto, look at this cool thing I drew on a sticky note.
I was in the middle of class and I just suddenly sticky
Inspiration
notes
hit.
everywhere. Yeah, especially during that scene, I was very much noticing like just Kane's animation, his eyes especially. He's just so expressive.
Yeah. Yeah. After we do moments and stuff, I want to talk about like the animation and writing a little bit because
Mhm.
the characters is their own section after both episodes, but animation and writing is fun.
No,
But
that scene
yeah,
was just it was eye candy to watch.
for sure. And then in case both of those were taken, I had another one. So my honorable mention is okay, I won't. Because
Yes.
that is probably my favorite joke in the entire series.
Honestly, same, definitely one of mine. It's I love how the show will like, take your tropes and stuff and just spin them around, call them out.
Agreed. Agreed. Least favorite moment of episode 3. No one, do you want to start us off again?
Why me? Why are you're picking on me?
Because you're the guest. I'm being nice.
Don't
I
worry, I'll go first next.
when
On the
Kinger
next one.
forgot that, like, I don't know, that was just really sad. Cause like they had
Oh,
this
yeah.
little wholesome bonding moment, and then Kinger's like, at least I think, and then it made me sad.
I
Agreed.
definitely agree with that. And something maybe more entire sorry, opening my desk. Maybe more of an entire episode thing is how interestingly, like after the episode that focuses on him and stuff, he dips out for the next episode. So like kind of
Yeah.
saving things for the future.
And we could talk a little bit more about that when we get to individual character discussion. But yeah, I agree. That is, I think it makes sense. They got to give him a backseat after his big episode.
Yep.
And
I
that gave
wonder if
Zubul a moment. That's
yeah,
episode
I
4.
wonder if that's gonna be the case with Gangle, or if Gangle will be more like in there now. Just I don't know, confidence and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how her character changes for sure.
Yeah. Episode 5 predictions. I'm excited for those.
Yeah, I'm excited for the prediction part. My
Oh, I
least
forgot to
favorite
write those
moment was
down.
probably I didn't like the eye sequence very much. Like it's very fun and
Oh.
creative. It's fun and creative, but like it drags on for just a tinge too long,
The
and
what? Sorry, I'm
all the
like
jokes
deaf
are good.
right now.
The part where they were like um they everything went black and it was just their eyes 2D animated. Like
Oh yeah, that.
I think they did good work with it and it was funny, but like I felt like it dragged on a little bit too long. But the fly joke is
Mhm.
peak.
Oh man.
And the angel head coming behind them is very good too.
Oh yeah, so spooky. You see the eyes coming up like super dim, and it's like, oh no 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 no.
Yeah, that that the monster was so good.
I
That
love me
scene
a
makes
good
me laugh.
monster.
Not the angel appearing, just the eye scene personally.
Yeah. No, it makes me laugh. There's just a couple moments where it feels like it drags on. That's my only
Mm.
real issue. It's very nitpicky. I had to find something
That's
nitpicky to say that I didn't
well.
like it.
Speaking of nitpicky and dragging on, my least favorite scene is the opening one where they're discussing holding their breath because sorry, pop up, go away. Sorry. Is the opening scene where they're discussing holding their breath because I know they needed to establish things for the rest of the episode, but it also just felt like a little forced, just like, oh hey everyone, hold your breath, see what happens. I don't know. I didn't like it for that
Foreshadowing.
I
reason,
mean,
but
it
it was
makes
also
sense. It makes sense
yeah.
as like a hazing tradition of like whenever somebody new joins the circus, they have to be like, "Oh, what do you do when you hold your breath?" Because they know that that's a thing that happens.
Yeah. I just kind of wish it would have been established in maybe like an earlier episode or something because
I
I don't know, it
agree.
all felt like one thing.
I do agree that
But
it felt a little bit set up-y, like, as soon as we got to the Kinger, the last breath you take down there will be your last, or the breath, yeah, whatever it is. And it's like, oh, okay, so that's how they get out. Like, it's pretty obvious because
Yeah.
you connect the dots easier.
Oh,
So I
That's just
am I
me
just
actually
being
like
agree
dumb
there.
nitpicky.
then? Because I didn't notice that until Pomni like pointed out. Until it happened, I didn't like notice.
Hey,
Yeah, I was like,
that
they're
means
not
it worked
dead
for you.
yet.
No, that means I'm just a little.
I don't
I had a
remember what I
blonde moment. I
thought.
had a blonde moment.
I forgot you're blonde.
There.
Yeah, I'm a little bit blonde. I'm like blonde and ginger.
Blinger.
Blinger.
Yeah, that's my new favorite word now.
I would be a blinger,
Stop
but I
being
think it's
such
a
a
little more.
ginger. I'm not a ginger. I'm a blinger. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm dumb and chaotic. Let's go.
Got that blinger swag.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if that's pronounced blinger, then wouldn't it be pronounced kinger?
Wait, Kinger. So, okay, I now have this image of my head of Kinger with this gorgeous, like, ginger wig.
No.
I'm so
First
drawing
the pregnant Kinger plushie, and now this.
Kinger. Oh, I hate that so much. I'm expecting fan art.
No.
Oh, I have a, you know I mentioned the sticky notes earlier? Well,
Oh
You know
no.
what?
Oh
I'm
no.
drawing this right now because I have my murder drones notebook and a pencil.
live
So
art.
Blinger, Blinger Kinger. I don't even know, man.
I'll edit it into the episode on the YouTube. So if you're watching it on YouTube, you get to see Blinger
Epic.
or Kinger. Sorry, I'm tired.
Ginger. Ginger the
In-
blinger.
You've been injured by Kinger.
Ginger by Ginger the blinger. He broke your kneecaps.
Beautiful, beautiful. Before we move on to episode 4, any other fun thoughts or moments or animation bits? I
Oh,
want to
goodness.
point out that the animation here is, again, just like episode 2, is a huge step up from the previous episode. Like, they somehow made everything more expressive and animated. Like, all of Kane's
Oh,
movements, I really like the, what do they call it? The wild take that Pomni does, where her eyes
Oh,
pop
yeah.
out. Like, that looks so good. And
One of my
also,
notes. Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say one of
Yeah,
my notes for the episode. I just wrote, lighting. That's it.
literally.
It was
I do
just
feel
so
like a
nice.
couple bits of the episode are too dark because it's hard to see them unless I turn my brightness up. That, but
I was
like,
watching I was watching it outside because the weather was nice, and so um and then it was like I
you're like, oh,
literally couldn't see
this
anything.
is a nice black screen. Yeah,
So
but I don't know
yeah.
how they could have resolved that. It's. I think the lighting is the best lighting moment, and also one of the best animation moments is when Pomni gets possessed. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that
just
was
the
real
green and
cool.
the and however they did her mouth and eyes so that they were like glowing. I love
Yeah.
that.
The sin eyes.
Yeah, the amount of people who are like, there's hands crawling down a doorway, right? This is the episode right after Murder Drones 8. So they're like, Sin, it's Sin. The hands are crawling down a tunnel. It's Sin. It's a murder drone
Sin.
type digital circuit. It's not. It's just its
It's
severed
not.
body.
It will not be. It just, yeah. But I love to see like the little things and being like, is that a mortar drones? When it's not. It's not.
But it's literally not. Yeah, I really liked um I really liked the monster design because like it felt very cartoony and spooky, but also like actually a little bit scary at some points. Especially the corpse like
Dude, it was so
walking down the hall.
scary that it literally blocked it on my YouTube account, so I had to watch it
Oh.
on Spotify.
Oh my goodness. It's like, nah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that one and Murder Drone 7 are the only two that are blocked. But why is Murder Drone 7 is blocked because humans die. So like
Yes.
I would not put Murder Drone 7 and Digital Circus 3 on the same level of scariness.
It's
Like
just
Digital
spooky.
Circus 3 is about the same as a Tame Murder Drones episode.
Except, well, I'd say the imagery itself is more disturbing. Just the angel. Oh my gosh, you guys, the angel. It's spooky. It haunts my nightmares, and I know that was intentional.
The thing is, Goose has gone on her Twitter and said that just making things randomly spooky for no reason is super funny for her, which you can see in like Pink City, her old show. But you can also see that in The Angel, like the head just coming up, and then the stupid Sauce at episode 4, where it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's lovely.
exactly.
But like, I think that I don't think that the angel was very scary, honestly. Other than the corpse part. I don't like the corpse part. But the head itself just kind of like goofy looking.
It
Mhm.
is. When the head was on the wall and I first saw it, like I had to. A confession time. I was watching on my iPad. I literally turned the iPad away from me for a second. It was like I could still see it. It was kind of pointed away. I'm like, if it jumps out, it won't be jumping out at me. I can't handle that right now.
I did actually, because I watched it with my friends. We all got together. Hey, Jackpack literally just joined the live call. By the way, if you want to listen to this live, join the Discord in the description below. And also, you can ask questions here or in the Glitch chat, which is also in the description below. Come hang out. Yay.
Yippee!
Uh, yippee. But I was watching with my friends, and when the head came up the first time, I like audibly like I audibly jumped. But I also get jump scared really easily.
L. Skishu.
Skin tissue. We saw a
No!
lot of that episode.
You know what? Just for that, I'm eating a pretzel really close to the mic.
Oh no! Oh no!
ASMR.
I'm waiting.
The pretzel eating sound effects. Insert Minecraft eating sound here.
Sorry, I just really wanted to eat a pretzel.
Why can I hear like the gulp?
Yeah, I think
What
that
was
they
I
did a good
asking?
job making this spooky, but not like overly like horror element. Like it
Yeah.
feels spooky, but like in a fun way,
Yeah,
in
like
my
I don't
opinion.
think I'd let my younger sibling watch it just for spooky imagery. I mean, like
Yeah,
you get
same.
the heads of the entire cast, but like horrifying.
That's true.
I that was
But
a
I think
part.
those are cool.
They are cool.
So
They are cool. Just spooky.
yeah, that's fair. I would compare it to something like Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's like this is Halloweeny, but not like that disturbs me to my core, you know.
Yeah, it's just blah.
It's just a good. I think they did a good job of making a Halloween episode, and they're lucky that it came out at Halloween.
I would make my brother watch it. I think he would actually really enjoy it. I mean, this little boy has watched Attack on Titan by himself and
Oh,
wasn't phased at all.
oh,
So I
okay,
think
he
he
can
can
watch this
handle a little
then.
bit of scariness because
Dude, I watched the first episode of Attack on Titan and noped out. That was way too scary for me. I didn't like that at all.
get one upped by a Gen Alpha. Get one up by a Gen
Ah,
Alpha.
I'm gonna cry. Anyway, anybody else have any
I'm gonna
thoughts
cry.
on the
I'm
episode
no
as a whole?
one.
I let me look at my notes. Oh, Rin. Okay, literally, I once says, "How far can Kinger's hands go?" Because when Pomni is possessed, he yanks out his hand and pulls her in. I'm wondering, like, about just about that. I don't think that actually matters. The thing
Well,
that does matter,
obviously further than a normal arm, right?
yes, like these disconnected hands. There is a, yeah, it's blah. Who knows? Who knows the mechanics here?
He'd be really good at football. You could just grab a football and then throw his
Just
hand
throw
and
his
have it
hand.
go across the entire field.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I mean, we're gonna get a baseball episode.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Um,
we can talk about that later. True.
Another note I have that I think is probably more important than the hands is his note of 7 years of computer science for this. So there's our lore drop, which, you know,
It took 7 years to develop the circus, and
Yep.
King is a programmer.
yeah, he's programmed, he probably like, and he remembers some form of it. And obviously he regrets his decisions.
But again, he only remembers it when they get to the dark, which we'll talk about when we get
Yeah.
to Kinger. But yeah.
Yeah. Which it's also like, oh, so those memories could possibly be accessed.
Yeah.
In some way. Yeah, I think, well, I have some more notes, but I think we should probably continue on
I
for
think,
time.
well, all good with that?
So, do you know, like, Thad's question about Jax? I think we should answer that one now, since we're still
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
questions.
three.
I think, yeah, that actually, we were literally just talking about holding your breath. Tad asked, what
Yeah.
happens when Jax holds his breath?
I
When will
have
we
an
see
idea.
it?
I have an idea.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Okay, this is very stupid, but what if, like, when he holds his breath, everything that happens to everybody else happens to him at the same time? Like, he starts changing colors, his head
Ooh.
starts spinning, he starts glowing, his hair goes everywhere, except he doesn't have hair, so it'd probably be his ears, but yeah.
His ears. Okay, that would make sense. Just
That would be
He
really
just
funny.
becomes,
I mean,
yeah, that would be wild.
he
Or
gains
his head
Especially with the
explodes.
colors combined with glowing, he becomes like a disco ball at that point.
I have a new fan art idea.
Yeah.
And he's T-posing the entire time because his limbs are straight.
Yeah.
Oh
Can we hang spinning
Jax.
T-posing Jax from
Disco ball.
the ceiling and use him as a disco ball, please?
yeah. Our
Hey.
next adventure, we're having a rave.
That would look so good with this show's lighting, actually.
Would.
Goose. Jax episode, episode 6. Come on.
Just like
Let's get a
rewrite the
rave
whole thing. It's
episode.
okay. Just or add in a little rave just after credit scene, right?
Yeah. After credits.
After credits. Hey, Jax, you never told us what holding your breath does. Oh, yeah. No. T-poses.
I think that also, like, lore-wise and character-wise, it's a form of empathy for him, feeling what others are feeling, and Jax does not have empathy, so.
Oh my gosh, you're making this too deep.
There it is,
That,
the
well, yeah, that's why my
tie-in.
thing is, I don't think that anything happens, is my thing.
You spin
I'm
me right
still on
round,
camp.
baby,
Jax
right
is an
round.
NPC. No, I'm not. I'm off that camp after episode 4, actually. But I think that because he doesn't care about anybody else, and he also doesn't care about himself at all, that he's just like, I don't. Nothing shines through. He has no personality enough
Does
except for hurting
anybody
other
actually
people.
really like Jax? Does anybody like Jax? Like, be honest.
I really like Jax as a character, actually.
Dad in chat.
Get out. Get out.
Dad in chat says he likes Jax.
That likes
Which, you know,
Jax.
I respect that opinion. I think that he's meant to be hateable, but also he's well written.
So well written, and we'll talk about that when we get to him again.
And he's also very interesting.
Speaking of
Whenever
getting
he's
to
on
stuff,
screen, you know that funny things are gonna happen. Maybe at the expense of
yeah,
others.
I actually have a theory about Jax that I'll get to later.
What Jax
But first, episode
just because
4.
theories.
Yeah. KJ, do you want to start off with your favorite moment? I definitely didn't almost say the other thing.
Well, that's really nice because we were just talking about Jax. My favorite scene is the employee reevaluation scene where, you know, he gets grabbed and yeeted into the back, where just
Yeah.
we see a bit of a different side of him throughout this whole episode, but in this scene especially, it's very interesting and a different side of Gangle, and it's just spooky and it's unsettling, and I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, that was my number 3 moment. Uh, I literally love that scene. That scene is the most, this whole episode is, but that scene is the most like Gooseworks thing that I've seen in this show, where it's just randomly wild and spooky and weird, and the characters like interacting with each other, and the are you smiling? Why not? Like
Oh yeah.
so good. I love that scene so
The
much.
moment just
Like
like,
even
ooh.
Jax looked a little scared. No.
He
Yeah.
did.
We see a
Was
scared Jax. Maybe that's why I like it.
yeah.
But also, he's, nobody can see this, right? And I'm like, oh, he doesn't want anyone to see him not in a position of
No,
power.
I again I have a theory about what that line ties to,
Oh.
actually. What was your favorite moment, no one?
I really like it when characters interact wholesomely, okay? So I really liked it when
Yeah.
Zubul and Gangle were like being friends at the end of the episode. And she's like, I always like to see what you draw, and I just love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love characters being wholesome.
That is
Yeah,
just so sweet.
I love Zubul.
I love Zubul.
Yeah. Not like the most pessimistic seeming character being the sweetest and like yeah, just the most
Literally,
wholesome in the circus.
that's what I had. That's what I had for my character note for her, actually.
Zubul's so cool. I love her.
Agreed. I love them. They are very good. Um, oh yeah, my favorite moment. I I'll shout out my number two moment first because this deserves to be shouted out. Gummy Goo coming back, but more specifically him leaving and Pomni just saying "Have a nice day." He's so good. Like it's such a good emotional resolution. I mean, Gummy Goo's probably going to show up again, but like I would be perfectly
Yeah.
fine if that was the end to his arc because it gave Pomni a time to like think over her feelings about him and like actually accept that he's gone, which she didn't get in
Yeah.
episode two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
absolutely.
like that moment. And then my favorite moment is the big money number, which is Gangle throwing her mask and then dancing under the lights. Like that scene is so
Yes.
cinematic and
And then she
pretty
got hit
and it's
by a
so
truck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Truck
No, but it's
emojis in
so
chat.
emblematic.
Yeah, truck
Uh
emojis in chat.
thanks, Bad. Uh
Yeah, I was not expecting that. It came out of nowhere. I'm like, what is happening right now? But I was eventually just like, I'm enjoying this. This is really
yeah.
cool.
Mhm. And then
And
she
that's
got
my
hit by a
favorite
truck.
music track. That is my favorite music track in the show as well. Still going.
Oh,
Because it's so
yes.
um I did not realize how much like me for real Gangle was until that episode. But
Yes.
I know. Gangle is so relatable, and I feel like that's a
So,
little depressing, but she's so
yeah,
relatable.
Gangle is a little bit of all of us.
And then Kinger is my last brain cell.
Mm.
yeah,
Because
I
yeah.
just felt the vibes of that scene so much. Just it being dark outside, lights lighting everything, just dancing alone to music that you're making up in your head, and
Yeah,
feeling you're crying because of how incredible the moment is. Like I felt like that before, and it just really hit me.
hmm
it's like, yeah, I see it as like kind of an acceptance of herself of like she doesn't need to the mask was helpful at first, but then it just turned to, plastic. Just
hmm
accepting who you really are, what you're really feeling, and yeah, and being okay with
Yeah,
that,
and
and
like
then getting hit by a truck.
Yeah,
yeah, and like the whole concept of like Gangle wearing the mask to try to be somebody she's not, because I feel like we all do that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Enough philosophicalness. What are y'all's least favorite? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
perfect, perfect. My
But
least favorite
literally Gangle going, anyways.
my least favorite moment was that the punishments didn't matter. I feel like that could have driven up the tension a lot more. Because like that's why Jax was actually working and trying his best was because he was like worried that Kane was going to do something and Like Zubul was saying, oh, we don't want to set him off. We should just do our jobs. And then there's really no punishment at the end. Even like they all just get B pluses, and it kind of feels underwhelming at that point.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
It's kind of like how he's like, you're in a position of power, you can blame it on one of the others.
and
I thought
her
that
saying
was-
that that was her decision is, oh, so good.
Like
Mhm.
you can just know. I mean, Goose has worked in fast food. She was like, come on, and said that, and yeah, you can just see that throughout all this episode.
Yeah.
I noticed something during my rewatch to record this episode is, Kane, like, okay, Gangle mentions, like, the punishment to Kane, and he's like, oh, that's what my adventures have been missing, motivation, and I'm like, oh, is there gonna be motivation in future
Super
episodes? Like,
super episodes.
super episode, yeah.
Okay,
But
don't
there's
believe
gonna,
me.
like, this could change things adventure-wise. You never know. Or maybe it's just I'm reading too much into this. It could be either way.
Well, because he said that he was going to provide motivation, but it was really just an empty promise, which is good characterization. But I was kind of a bit disappointed that we didn't see like, oh, Jax absolutely failed his shift, and then comedic cut to like him suffering, and then they're all fine.
Well, I think in Kane's eyes, they probably all just did good.
Yeah, but also just them all getting a B plus when some obviously did way more than the others is kind of like Zubul got a B plus because she burned
Hilarious.
her hand one time. And Ragatha got a B plus because she was drunk the whole time, you know?
Kinger got an A+ for riding a bull.
Of course, because he's Kinger, and Kinger is so cool. And then there's Linger.
Linger. We got Linger in chat.
Hey, Zubul got a nice score because she was actually making burgers, She was actually doing her job.
Yeah, but she got the same exact score as Ragatha. That's the thing.
Ragatha was doing her job too, okay? She built 5 burgers.
And a tower.
So many.
And a tower,
So
and a tower.
many.
Just like
And then
like
immediately
Gangle's work.
broke it.
We know
She
Gangle's worked in fast
tried,
food before,
okay?
but like
She couldn't help it. She got the silly sauce in her eyes. The stupid sauce, I mean. It
stupid
wasn't
sauce.
her
I get it all the
fault.
time here.
Yeah, I can tell.
I love the one guy with the bowl of cereal.
Oh my gosh.
That would be me.
I'm like,
I'm sorry, that would be me.
I feel like that would be just the stupid fast food experience that people have to put up with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my sister could vouch for that. She worked in fast food for a while.
That's one of the best things about this episode, like KJ was mentioning earlier, was it just feels so real. Like as much as it is cartoon, like you can totally see, oh, this is the stereotype of the mom coming in with her 7 kids and wanting 8 meals, with the Blunt Queen, or like you got lean, it's you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Like I saw a lot of comments saying that their managers actually have said that to them before. So it's like it's very real and it's very grounded, but it's also very wacky and different, which is why I guess it felt the most Gooseworks to me of any of the
Yeah.
episodes so far.
Um,
'Cause it
in-
definitely has some of those Pink City vibes.
yes. I feel like not just in the writing, but in the sets too. I was just looking at the sets, like you see all like little sticky notes everywhere, the posters, just all these little details that make it feel so lived in and real. So I'm like, the set
Yeah, that's
dressers
like
did an excellent job.
for sure.
Very satisfying moment there with all the switches.
True. Speaking of satisfying moments, I think you still need to share your unsatisfying ones.
Not it? Fine. Oh, wait, I don't have a least favorite because I didn't finish my notes. Let me
Tisk
think.
tisk.
Tisk.
You know what? My least favorite moment when like Palmony was like trying to talk to Gumagoo. I'm sorry, I got such secondhand embarrassment watching that. I was like dying.
She's flirting with the gummy guy. I wish someone would flirt
I'm
with
just saying
me.
flirt with
Secondhand
me.
embarrassment.
You and me both, Ragatha. You and me both.
No, that's fair, I guess. You could get secondhand embarrassment through that. I just thought it was funny / cute.
I
But
don't
I don't
know.
think that it's like I don't think that it's flirting. I think that shippers should stop. Gonna be
What? You don't
real.
want the gummy goo? I don't think I could survive in this circus alone.
I hate that so much. Yeah, I don't think that's a shipping thing. I think it's just like, oh, this is my friend that I'm excited to actually and surprised to actually see again, and I want to interact with them before they leave, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me go poof.
Sorry. Hold on.
Gummy go, "Boing," you know?
I'm sorry. I feel so bad that I laughed when that happened. I'm sorry. I feel so bad that was funny. I laughed and I'm like, oh wait, that was supposed to be sad. Just the way it happened, like Kane just like poof, he's gone. It was so abrupt. I'm sorry.
I joke about it all the time, but I was literally distraught when it happened. I was so sad.
I know it was sad, but it was also just funny. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm literally looking at a necklace that is gummy goo with confetti coming from the bottom of it right now. So fair. KJ, have you figured out a moment? If not, that's fine.
No, I do not have. I'll just say I love this whole episode, and I cannot remember if there's anything I didn't like.
Yeah, that's how I
We
felt about.
forgot ratings.
That's how I felt about 3. I loved that episode.
Uh, we should do ratings for 3 really quick because we forgot ratings. Now we can do ratings for
Oh yeah,
4.
I was
go ahead.
What
literally about to mention that.
what would you rate episode 3 of The Amazing Digital Circus out of 10? I'll
8.
go first actually. Oh, did you say 8?
Yeah, I don't have an explanation. It's just 8. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I might.
I
In comparison, I might change it. Never mind. Go ahead.
okay.
In comparison to
I'm going
episode
to rate
previous
it
episode.
9.5 out of 10 angel heads. The only real issue and nitpick that I had was that a couple of the scenes felt a little bit too long, but I think that everything in the episode was very well constructed, and I loved the entire thing a lot. So 9.5 out of 10 angel heads.
Wait. Yeah. I'm not good with ratings. I think I gave both an 8 because I like them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I'm not good at it either.
I
Um,
tend to rate things highly. That's what I found.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. I could probably rank the
Nolan, what do
episodes
you
too, but
have for
that's for
episode
later.
3?
I really liked it. Like I was like really speed running writing the things down because I was about to and then I forgot till like 5 minutes before we were supposed to start. And so I was kind of like just
Oh,
speed running. Wait, no, I don't think it was 5 minutes. That's an exaggeration. I don't know. I did it really quickly. Um and so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 10. I really liked it. I can't remember anything I disliked. So yeah, I gave it a 10. 10 out of 10 angel
solid.
heads.
Yeah, that gives it what, like an aggregate score of
I really liked
30.
it.
I don't know. Yeah, that's like an 8.7 or something with all of her scores combined. KJ bringing down the score. Gosh dang.
I'll give them all
How
a
dare.
10. I mean,
Wait, let me calculator. Hold on.
bust out the calculator.
What did you rate it, Presto?
9.5
Okay.
because I use 0.5s.
5s are great because sometimes, normal numbers aren't enough.
9.16.
9.16 for episode 3 of The Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah, my 10 angel heads bumped it up. Let's go.
Let's go. Speaking of 10s, that's what I'm giving episode 4. I have
Oh,
legitimately no issues with episode 4. It's one of my favorite pieces of fiction,
Yeah, it was
period.
good. It was good. It was good, but I liked 3 better. So I gave it an 8.5 just because I really liked 3 better. I didn't
Fair.
like the plot. There was nothing bad. There was nothing I disliked about 4. Like nothing was. I don't know.
It
I liked
sometimes
it.
feels like nothing is happening. It feels like a
I
collection
liked
of
it, but
skits throughout a day instead of
yeah,
like an
I liked
overall
4,
episode
but
plot.
I just like 3 better.
That's fair. That's why I like episode 4 is because it's the overall like just things are happening as opposed to like this is the overall plot structure.
Slice of life, yeah.
Again, it just felt like Goose's other projects to me, and it felt so creative and different and interesting, and I really love it. So I gave it a 10.
Yeah.
And then KJ has an 8. So that's probably less than episode 3.
Take that 4. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, let's see. 8 plus 8 plus 10 divided by 3. 8.6.
Yay.
Yeah. That's a good score.
Yippee.
It's solid. It's going to be funny when you get to the later episodes of the series and I'm giving them like a 15 out of 10.
Yeah, that's the other
That is
problem. Can't
something you
rank
would
without
do.
episodes. I'm like,
That's
what if I
true.
like a different one more? Then yeah, I'm too particular about this.
If I like something more than 10, then I'm just going to keep going up.
That is very Presto antics. Presto shenanigans.
Any general thoughts or ideas on episode 4?
Oh, let me look at the notes.
It made me hungry.
It
I was
Real.
hungry. I wanted a burger.
I put down unicorn horn because I think
Unicorn
the
horn.
iconic unicorn horn, the iconic unicorn horn comic was obviously released like as she probably thought of that and then wrote it into the episode when she was doing the scripts. But it's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good callback to those who know what the iconic unicorn comic
For
is.
context, Goose released a couple like kind of just goofy comics with the characters on her Tumblr and probably Twitter too.
Yeah, Tumblr.
So there's a couple things just like, she has her iconic unicorn horn and there's her catchphrase, which is, well, it's possible, which she almost says in this episode.
Well, it's possible. Did somebody say adventure?
No.
Did somebody say Sonic Adventure?
Watch Firestorm
No.
spawn. Watch Firestorm spawn.
Bone Pastor. Oh yeah, oh wait, I'll name drop a certain someone I was supposed to name drop later. I'm nodding.
Oh yeah. We'll get there.
But also the well it's possible catchphrase I think is important because Pomni's very logical and she struggles with the circus because she doesn't. She's like these things should be impossible, but when you get to well, it's possible. I see that as her coming to terms with it.
Yeah, because anything's possible in the Digital Circus except for leaving.
Yeah. Someday.
And yeah, I agree. Any other thoughts on episode 4?
The number 50
Oh yeah, 57 shows up again.
quite a few times.
All right. Then I'm going to move into a question from Jackpack. Favorite character of the episodes and why? Specifically of 3 and 4. I'm going to say
Sorry,
through both episodes. Favorite character of the episodes and why? So I think through both episodes, I'm going to say Zubul was the standout. If you put both of them together, Zubul was the standout for me. Because they have that conversation with Kane and like we learn about their backstory and like why they're so downtrodden all the time. And it's not because they hate life here or they hate the people here, it's because they hate what they are, which is such it's
Also, like, it's whole nobody likes your stupid adventures, but it's not because, that's just what they think. It's because they're seeing how everyone else is reacting to it as well.
They're so good at seeing what other people are feeling and trying to empathize with them. Like in episode 2, for example, you see them at the funeral and they are so sad. Like they are probably the most. I mean, Ragatha's like cartoon crying, but who knows if that's even real crying at this point. Uh,
Ooh,
but
wow. Shots fired.
Zubul was very like actually sad about it, and I think they're the best at like actually connecting to each of the characters. Like, no one pointed out they were the ones who connected with Gangle at the end of the episode, which is really what helped them stay sane and gave a sweet ending to the episode. And
Yeah.
when they're complaining to Kane about the adventures, they're complaining that nobody likes them, and of course, if they're an empath, they don't. Zubul doesn't want to go on an adventure and watch all of their friends suffer. Like that is not their goal. That would hurt them as well.
Kinger obviously was amazing in these. Like, very much.
He makes
Once
more
you see that
sense.
different side of him, he becomes a
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Uh, just basically the main focus characters of each of them. You start to connect with them so much more, see like yourself in them. So you just get your Kinger and your
Agreed.
Gangle.
My 2 favorite characters.
Yeah. If I were to do a character ranking right now, it would probably be Kane, Zubul, Gangle, Kinger, Pomni, Jax, Ragatha.
You don't like Ragatha?
I liked Ragatha a
Ragatha's
lot in the pilot and in episode 2 and in episode 3, and then episode 4 hit, and like the stuff Gangle says about her like being really not really being genuine all the time. I think that's something that's going to be explored in episode 5, and like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
again that relates back to what happened with Jax in episode 3. I think that Ragatha for the most part is really not the best person, but she puts up a front like she is, but sometimes she like cracks. And that's what happened with Jax. And that rhymed.
Mhm. I'm really excited for episode 5. Like, I was
Oh, me too.
like when I watched 1, it was so like weird. I don't know, I guess I was just kind of like put off to watch the rest of it. But when I watched the rest of it, I'm like, actually, this is kind of a cool show. I can't wait for 5. So yeah.
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 It's
It's
like
because
it's
episode
goofy.
1 exists. Yeah.
It's weird. It's like
I was gonna
really,
say,
really weird. Like I know the whole show is supposed
yeah.
to be weird, but it's really weird, but it's necessary for like laying the
It's
ground for
it's
how
because
the rest
episode
of the
1 is a
show is.
lot of Kane. Yeah, episode 1 is a
Mhm.
lot of Kane. It's a lot of setup, and it's a lot of like showing how crazy the show can get, which is why
Now you
I
can't
loved
leave.
it because I love Kane a lot. But
Of
I know a
course
lot
you
of
do.
people who are like, I love the pilot. Kane sucked. As soon as Kane was out of the picture, great show.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love how it's, it's very goofy, silly on the surface, and then you're like, oh, that's a deep emotional theme. Okay. Hi.
Yeah, all of the characters are so well written, and from watching the pilot, I would not have even guessed that could be true.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, like that's why, yeah, I'm super excited for future episodes. I can learn more about the characters and they go on wacky adventures and stuff. And we maybe see
Yeah.
Gummy Goo again. I miss him. I know it's
Gummy
been one
Goo.
You got
episode
him in
since we've learned
episode
something,
4.
but
Be happy. You have a necklace of him. Be
fine.
happy. Um, and the other question that Jack Pack asked was most fleshed out character. Who do you think is the most fleshed out at this point in time?
I don't know.
I-
Maybe Zubul, because we got a lot into what she's feeling. I mean, I
Sure,
don't
we
know.
got the whole therapy.
We got we got
Yeah, you
we
got
got
it.
a lot of insight into what they feel like because with all the little therapy session. So I feel like I'd say Zubul.
That's fair. I'd
Yeah.
say either Zubul or Pomni, because Pomni, we've just been with her a lot, and we've seen her struggle and learn and try to understand what the circus is, which is why she's like the audience perspective character.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I feel like we have been with Pomni, but beyond what we've seen her experience, I want to learn more about her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She just feels like the audience perspective character to me,
Mhm.
which means like she probably is the least fleshed out of the characters. I was like, oh, she has the most screen time. She's the most fleshed out, but no, she's probably the least fleshed out just because the only like real emotional moment that I can think of for Pomni is she's scared and she gets angry and she's reacting to the situation a lot, but she's not like actually being a character, except for in episode 4 when she offers to take Gangle's shift, which I think is probably the most Pomni like
Yeah,
I
I feel
really
like
liked
personality
that.
moment.
I liked
that
Pomni
was good.
being nice with Gangle. Like I
Oh,
said, I
and
love
her
when
moment with
characters
W.
interact wholesomely. That's like my favorite thing in any kind of
Yes.
show. I love seeing
Yeah,
the characters
that's what I like.
interact with each other and like help each other because I feel like it serves for a lot of character development.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like it
And
was
I'm
kind
glad that it's not every time it's, oh yeah, let's have a full conversation with one of the characters and learn about their trauma. Because it's like Pomni said, oh, we're doing another one of these. And then it wasn't. And I'm glad that Goose subverted the expectations that way.
yeah, even
Yeah,
if it
and
was a
also was
little bit
incredibly
sad.
relatable with just Gangle. Anyways, I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Like I'll go on this whole like venting spree to like one of you guys, and then I'll be like, "Anyway, how was your day?"
I'm just like, yeah, deflection.
No,
But
but I mean,
I feel like the
sorry, what?
huh?
Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say the taking the shift was when it was almost interesting of seeing like we were kind of going from Gangle's perspective, so seeing Pomni as kind of a side character in that moment makes her fit into the circus more, and also like her acting instead of reacting.
Yes,
That
exactly.
that
That's
stuck
the
out to
thing.
me.
Is the rest of the time she's always reacting as opposed to acting. That's a good way to phrase that. Okay, so I think we've fully covered Zubul and Pomni. Any other characters y'all want to get into? Because we're in character
Kinger,
discussion now. That was
Kinger,
that transition.
Kinger,
Ragatha.
Kinger.
I think Ragatha should
Character
transfer to
discussion.
episode 5. I
I was
think
gonna
Kinger.
say
Ragatha discussion
Let's
should
talk
go into
about
episode
Kinger,
5.
Ragatha.
please.
He's the least fleshed out. That's what I'm gonna say. I was thinking because I'm like, well, yeah, Pomni, we've gotten like half and half, but Ragatha, she started to hint at something beyond what we've seen, and I want to see more.
Yeah, and we could talk about that in episode 5 discussion because that's her episode.
Yes.
And like I would say Gangle was the least fleshed out before episode 4, but like now I understand her completely. Kinger, it was really cool the foreshadowing with the bucket on his head and like he
Yeah, the
remembers
bucket.
when Ragatha was at the circus and like that moment of realization of oh he remembers things in the dark. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Kinger's so
But
cool.
sometimes he is. He's a cool dude, and he's just a little crazy.
He's just a chill guy.
He's
You're not
just
allowed
a
to say
chill.
that phrase in this podcast.
Oh, okay. My
Don't
bad.
draw
My
it.
bad.
I get out the third sticky note.
No. What are you gonna draw
Sticky
this
note ASMR.
time?
He's just a chill guy. Anyways,
Oh gosh.
anger.
I love
Yeah, there's
Kinger.
not really a lot to say, but like the fact that he married somebody in the circus really has to make it seem like they've been here for at least a few years.
Oh yeah.
Well, were they married in the circus, or did they come in together?
That's
Oh
also
yeah.
true. That's all, because the only thing that they don't remember is their names. So they could definitely have remembered feelings for each other and
Like, or they
recognize
remember
their voice.
relationships? Although,
Yeah,
if they do remember relationships, then that would probably mean most of them didn't know each other, which is another theory.
yeah,
So,
it's interesting.
Insect collection? Sorry, I had to.
Well, that makes sense because his wife loved bugs.
I
Like it's
know.
just nice.
I like bugs
I've
too.
had, yeah, I do not
you
like
know,
bugs. Bugs are gross and
Bugs are
creepy and crawly. Get them off of me.
I love spiders. I love spiders.
I'll give you
Ugh,
all my spiders. I don't
Yay!
need any.
please, I am
Yippee!
terrified of spiders.
You know what? You just don't appreciate how cool spiders are.
Which is funny considering I had a spider bite off KJ's character's pinky, but we don't talk about that.
After I seduced them. Wait, no, it was before I seduced them.
What? Who's seducing who? Hold on.
I actually. So my character accidentally seduced a giant spider because someone else was trying to do that with a love potion, and it didn't work because he was invisible. Take the L.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, so I
Yeah,
had a
that was a
spider
well
buddy who
campaign.
also bit off my finger.
That is crazy. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you tried to seduce someone, KJ.
What? Excuse me? Whenever I see memes about like a bard, I'm gonna seduce a dragon, I have the opposite reaction. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Stop it. Just punch. Be a friend. You don't.
No, for real though.
Dragon
Huh?
friend good. I don't want to end up like Donkey and Shrek, you know?
Oh my.
No dragon babies.
No dragon babies.
Moving on. Anybody have any other thoughts on Gangle? I feel like I've said most of what I wanted to say about her, that she's very
Oh, Gangle.
masking and just like me for real.
Oh,
I
she
feel
likes
like-
to draw. I like to draw.
I like to draw too.
Yeah. She not like me for real. I can't draw. I like to draw. I can't draw.
Yes, you can.
Nah,
I've seen your drawings.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better, but I'm not good. I'm very much an amateur artist, but not the amateur artist. That's a different person.
Big amateur artist.
Any other Gangle thoughts before I cross her off my list?
Nope.
She's been crossed off. Next one that I have is Kane. I think the main thing with Kane in these episodes is in episode 3 where he's like realizing, which is the moment that I already talked about, but just that idea is so scary, and definitely that glitching is going to come into play. I think I saw somebody say something like the glitch could like glitch out the floor above the cellar and all the abstractions could come out and attack the circus.
Ooh.
Glitch? Is that a Glitch Productions reference?
Oh my goodness. Is that GlitchCast reference?
Yes, exactly. Glitch Productions is actually a GlitchCast reference. We came first.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have a lot to talk about
It's all
for a
one big
while.
Glitchcast reference.
Yeah. We just kind of existed for like 15 years. It's fun.
Oh yeah. Existed for my whole life, you know.
Yeah, I was born at a young age.
Rise.
But no, Kane isn't a deep character because Kane is very much a child.
I'm a child.
Agreed. Yeah, not a lot to say on Kane. I think we're gonna get his exploration in 7, 8, and 9, and really see like how he came to be and what caused him. And I'm very excited for that when it comes out eventually, at some point when I get to see it. But I'm excited for it. And then
he's a driving force. So
yeah, thoughts on Jax?
Jax. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I like
seeing
punch
a
him.
more. But like we saw that he was slightly less of a jerk in episode 4. We got to see a realistic side of him because he was in a realistic setting.
Yeah, he wasn't able to do his cartoon wacky hijinks because he didn't have anything to do cartoon wacky hijinks with. And he tried, like at the start, he picked up Ragatha, threw her in the deep fryer. But as the episode goes on, he very much becomes like dull and doesn't really know what to do with himself.
Yeah. I feel like it's because, he doesn't care about anything in the circus. He's like, none of this matters. It's all just silly, so I can do what I want. But then you put him in a realistic setting and he has to lose that mindset.
Yeah, and that really breaks him down because I'm assuming his life before the circus wasn't very good and he really doesn't want to be reminded of it. and that's
Yeah.
why he is the way that he is. And
Oh,
having to
tragic
just
past.
go live an actual life and be normal, and also, the torture that Gangle would put on him, but
I low-key wish he'd come back more, like, there'd been a little more that came from that, because he was, like, traumatized looking, but also I'm like, he should have been hypnotized. It would have been such a weird random plot point that I probably would have taken too much time, but still.
yeah. Can I give my actually no one asked, do you have any thoughts on Jax?
Can I punt him? I really want to punt him. I'm gonna get a Jax plushie.
Okay.
Just punt it.
I have one. I could do that.
Okay,
I could
I'm
do
just
that right
gonna
now if I want.
spawn in your backyard. Can you let me in? It's a little cold.
Yeah, I got you. You're in. Congratulations. Punt him.
Okay, thank you.
I'm in your walls.
Ah!
Side note,
Can I get my Jax theory now?
don't eat the pink cotton candy.
Oh
Well,
man,
can
but
I get my
he's so
Jax
good.
related theory now?
Yes, Jack's theory. Let's hear it.
I think everybody in the circus is being observed.
By who?
What?
I I think that the circus is a social experiment,
Oh,
and that's why they're putting people in there in the 7 years of computer science. And I think that all these people are random people who signed up, except for Kinger and his wife, who were the first two and were programmers sent in to test, and they couldn't figure out how to get him out, but they're like, it's fine. And maybe when they abstract, that's what lets him out. Anyway,
yeah. And
but
just theory
that my
that
evidence for
he
that
escaped.
is I think Jax, something went wrong when he went in, and Jax remembers that this is a social experience. And that's
Oh,
why he keeps breaking the fourth wall. What do you, the viewers, think? And nobody's watching this, right?
oh,
Stop
oh!
being such a smarticle barnacle.
Wait.
Because like I would think that it's just funny fourth wall breaking jokes. But specifically that moment in episode 4 is like he's like scared that people are being able to see him like this, where he's unable to control the situation and how
Yes.
he's acting.
Oh my goodness. No, that makes so much sense. And I mean, he breaks the wall like every episode. The fourth wall. I should probably clarify
Yeah.
which wall
He
he's
breaks
breaking.
the wall.
Yeah, literally every single episode. Why are you looking at me like that? Is episode 1, and then episode 2 is what is episode 2
I
is?
can't remember.
He does
I
though.
Does
forgot.
And then
something.
episode 3 is the what do you the viewers think, and episode 4 is of course the one that we just talked about. But yeah, that's my theory, is that they're being watched and Jackson knows that they're being watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have no other points on Jax. Ragatha.
Ragatha. I mean, we have talked about Ragatha a bit.
Yeah.
Just like,
Uh,
I do. Gangle did say like she doesn't know how much of what she's doing is real, but I do think does want to help everyone. Like that, I do think that is her goal, is to just help people
but I
feel
don't
like they can be part of the circus.
she is, but I don't think she's being genuine. Like
Really?
I have a feeling that she's having a hard time actually connecting emotions for these people and like treating them like actual people, but she's trying to be nice. She's trying to react in a good way, but sometimes the situation just gets way too much, and then it drives her to a breaking point, and you end up with Jackson, a radio flyer wagon.
I
That's my thoughts on Ragatha.
I I think that maybe yeah, no, sometimes she isn't genuine, but I think it's because she's just trying to help people. Like just seeing this, I don't think that she's a villain. I used to have a theory that she was the creator of the circus and the villain and stuff, but I have since decided no, but made an AU idea of it anyway. But I think that she has good intentions.
No, I don't think she's a bad person either. I think that she's just actually struggling to connect emotionally, but puts on a show like she is. And we see like the real, not real quote unquote, but like closer to how her brain is actually thinking when she's uncensored She's like, "You're kind of annoying without your like she just she's probably a lot more judgmental than she actually presents."
Yeah, or just like, well, she says like she hates Jax, but doesn't want him to hate her. She, yeah, I feel like there's just a lot to unpack there with being. How do I phrase this?
We just can't. That's the thing is we can't exactly explain her character yet, and that's why episode 5 is going to be so revealing to us because it's going to show us exactly like what her character really is and make everything make more sense.
Yeah. I mean, every episode has made a character so dang relatable, so I'm fully expecting to relate even more to Ragatha.
Agreed. Agreed. But speaking of episode 5, from Joey, what adventure will we
Joey!
get in episode 5?
Alrighty.
His name has been dropped. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, don't dox my son, jeez.
Forgot about that.
I
yeah.
mean, oh, sorry, you go.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think, same thing. We've seen the theories of the baseball episode, and they've shown that in the trailer. I think that would be up next.
Yeah. That's my opinion, is it's going to be a baseball episode, unless that's episode 6.
It's true. In
Because
which case?
I don't know, having 2 mundane locations in a row seems a bit like obviously they'll be different because like fast food and baseball are different, but like even watching that trailer for the first time, I was seeing people being like, "Oh yeah, the baseball and the fast food place, they're the same episode," which obviously
Oh
they're
yeah,
not.
so they're
But
both like realistic. I'm gonna pull up
yeah,
that trailer
so
actually with the frames, see if I can spot anything real quick and give a better
yeah,
idea.
literally all we
Before
have that
that.
hasn't been shown yet is the unfinished model of the baseball stadium.
Yeah, but if there's like any other hint of like if it's not baseball, then I really don't know because every episode just like has its own thing and always it's like, oh, like trailer drops, that's what we're getting. Sweet.
Yeah, I it could actually, you know what I think it's going to be? This is a theory. I'm throwing it out there. I think
Okay.
episode 5 will be completely in the circus.
Oh yeah, like episode 1.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting an adventure in episode 5, but I think we are in episode 6, and that both of those will have an overarching plot that has to do with Jackson Ragatha, as opposed to having the one
Ooh.
plot in an episode and one plot in an episode for them. Like episode 5 could even end with them going on an adventure, both on bad terms.
And then get just more of a continuation between episodes. That would be really interesting to see.
Especially since 7, 8, and 9 are probably going to be the large finale. It makes sense to start like connecting episodes with the smaller arc with 5 and 6, at least in
Yeah.
my opinion. And saying that it's Jax and Renner. So, like they're both a spotlight character. 5 and 6.
It's
So
true.
yeah.
Because like getting half an episode each would be like, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Thad had another question in the chat. When do we think we might see Jax holding his breath?
Maybe during
Episode
these
9,
episodes.
babe.
Episode 9. It's like it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm gonna hold my breath now and show you guys. It'll just straight up be like he has to hold it for some reason. Underwater
Yeah.
Disco
episode?
Ball
Like
Jax.
I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
The underwater episode, just like
What if we go underwater? What if we go underwater? Great idea, Batman.
But yeah, Disco Ball Jax, baby.
Yeah.
yo.
Actually, I have another theory for what it could be when he holds his breath. What if holding his breath lets him out?
I just had the same thought.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what if straight up he doesn't show anyone because, like, he'd leave, he'd get kicked.
And again, that would be like he knows what's going on.
Oh,
So it could
That
be
would be
that he was sent in by a different force to try to find out something, and then that taking the breath is like an escape mechanism.
Or it was like a glitch in the system where it just like with his avatar, that's what happened. So he left, found out what was happening, and then came back for some
And
reason.
that's how he knows.
And that's how this is wild.
And or him holding his breath is the kill switch for the whole circus. Dad said
Oh my
he holds
gosh.
his breath and Kane just dies.
No wonder
No,
doesn't
he holds
how
his
he
breath
knows
and
that.
like Kane suffocates because like the characters, they can't like die. So
True.
Kane is the
Ooh.
one that suffocates whenever somebody holds their
I
breath.
see what you're saying.
Kane is the one
That's
that's like
cool.
suffocating.
Oh, that
He,
reminds
he
me of something
holds
I
his
took
breath,
note
and
of.
whatever he does, it does to Kane.
It's just like the reverse of the disco ball.
Mm-hmm.
So a note I wrote down is like, there's the whole gag of like Kane sticks out his tongue and Bubbles' tongue like retracts.
Yeah.
He's like, that was weird. I'm like, was that just, a random gag, or like does it just show kind of they're
The-
both AI?
This
Or
is an
is
old glitch chat theory, but the old glitch chat theory is that Bubble and Kane are the same AI, but Kane exists
oh,
so that, or Bubble exists so that Kane is something to talk to.
that would make sense. It's like different aspects of the same program. I
Yeah.
mean, every ringmaster needs a cute sidekick with sharp fangs.
No,
Yeah.
it's like when you put two character AI bots in the same chat.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
They're
Or like he puts all of his most like unhinged programming into Bubble, which is why Bubble says all the crazy things that she says. So all of
oh, Bubbles is
and
a she.
then Bubble can't affect anything.
Man, I misgendered Bubbles.
Oh man.
How sad. We have one more question to finish it off that is not related to Digital Circus whatsoever from Colton. Will Gaslight District have an ARG?
Based on well, we should probably discuss what's been happening with Gaslight District recently.
I mean, we could, except for the fact that by the time this is out, we might have more news and everything would be updated. So there's not
Oh,
really a
that's
point
true.
in talking about it. But we
Well,
can definitely talk about the marketing when we talk
I
about
don't
the
know
show.
anything about Gaslight right now, so
At the time of recording, there's no trailer yet, and the website is out. So,
oh, there's a website. That's cool.
oh yeah, it's a whole. It's like I haven't even been on it.
Yeah,
I've just been looking at Presto's updates.
Sorry,
you
I had
haven't actually gone onto it.
No,
That's funny.
there's
I'm
nothing to
very
read
much
about.
hyperfixating over Gaslight. I don't think there will be an ARG, but I think it will be like Murder Drones, where there are so many like hidden details everywhere, especially since we already found a whole cipher language for the show that like we'll be able to look into the background and find things and translate everything in the background into English. And that'll have some cool lore details. I think there will be a lot of lore in Gaslight, but I don't think it will have its own full ARG. The closest that we're going to get is this website with its code words.
I wonder if maybe there will be just like little details that you wouldn't get otherwise that become an ARG of sorts.
Sorry, I'm just
True.
looking up
Like you
what
could have
type
an
of ARG
entire
is.
But they'd
you could
also
have an
have to be
entire
like, hmm?
you could have an entire like side background story going on that you would only know if
Yeah,
you translated things in the background.
yeah. That's what I feel like. If they did one, it'd be like that because they'd also want the show to be like accessible. Would
Yeah.
anyone be able to jump in?
And you could even keep the prophecy.page up and like have codes for that re-revealed in
Yeah.
episodes.
I'm hoping that page stays up. Like, it'd be so
Yeah,
cool.
Wacky Watch is still here. That should stay up. But yeah, I think that's everything. I think we covered everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Just checking over my notes real quick. Last note I'd say is like with the first episode, it was like, oh, we're gonna go on adventures. I was worried, like, what if this becomes repetitive? But it has not whatsoever. Every episode, with like how it begins and just like how the adventure happens, the adventure itself is all very different, and I think Goose did a very good job of that.
Agreed completely. Goose really knows how to use variety to her advantage and different settings and different backdrops, and the team is really good at switching between all these different things. Like we went from Handy World to Spooky Mansion to fast food place, and it felt like the
Yes.
same show and seamless, but also so different in so many ways.
Yeah, just like due to these same characters still being themselves.
Yeah. Basically, show good, we like.
Yes, we like show.
We like show.
No, I was gonna do my Kane voice. I will not do the Kane voice. I do not. You have the Kane voice. I do not. Hold on. I low-key want to try the Gangle. Hold on. Family's
Oh
gonna
no.
be concerned.
All right.
Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. Nope. I
No,
remember
we're
how I had that
good.
really good impression. We're talking one time. I had a really good impression.
You
You know,
did. You
I
did.
should have practiced. But I didn't. So I'll just say thanks everyone for listening to GlitchCast today. Be sure to check out the links in the description. We put them there because they're cool. We got the
Yeah.
Discord, we got the chat, and
We're cool. Come talk
drop a
to
like
us.
or whatever you do on your platform of choice.
And
Yeah,
thanks for no
come
one asked for
us.
joining us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Hopefully I wasn't too annoying and have me on another episode.
you.
Definitely.
We will absolutely have you again. You're a fantastic guest.
Yippee.
All right, thanks for
I'm
so much for
rested.
watching, everybody. If you like, subscribe. If you subscribed, then like. And thanks for watching GlitchCast.